Okay, welcome everyone. Today is week 3 of our 8-week series of being inspired. And today we have Christina Maniscalco, and she has been with the Pampered Chef since 2008. So when she started, it only took her a year to promote to a director and then a few more years to promote to an advanced director. She currently lives down in Norfolk, Virginia, with her 2 dogs and her husband. She's been married for about 12 years, but she is a Long Island girl. She came from Long Island, although you can't hear it in her accent. So you're not like Laura or some of those other girls over there. So you wouldn't know that. And she's got career sales of almost $650,000, and she is pushing almost 200 career recruits. So by the time conference comes here, she'll be walking stage with 200 career recruits. So she is a rock star in her own right. I don't know, gosh, did we meet on a trip or something? I don't know how we met.
We had to have.
Must have been a trip or something. And I think what I appreciate the most about Christina is her genuineness when she is on Facebook or when you see her doing trainings or any of her YouTube videos. And so I reached out to her specifically because I think that she's got a niche that will inspire you guys to just step outside your comfort zone maybe and just do a different part of your business that maybe you haven't thought about before. So take it away, my dear. I'm going to mute myself.
Okay. So I do want to thank you guys for having me. I love people. I love helping people. So this is super exciting. If you're not in a loud place though, if we can unmute you guys, I do want to make this like a dialogue and not really a monologue because I'm really bad about, well, when you do Facebook Lives, you really are talking to yourself, but there's 8 of you, so I would
All right, so unmute, girls.
Yeah, so if you want to unmute yourself, if you're not in a loud place, that would be awesome. Okay, so tonight, it's going to be like a 2-parter, and I added a whole nother part to this, my whole little outline here after I shared it with Susan, but anyway, tonight, hopefully I can give you quick tips and help you launch your social media image. I do want to help you learn how to create that following and then connect with your customers. So I really want to start with brand, okay? So I did see somebody ask, I want to create my brand. I want to learn about brand. I want to do things with brand. So I did kind of want to take it a little step back because it does have to do with brand. So I just want to start with, let's talk about my brand. So maybe you're sitting there, you're like, brand, I thought I sold Pampered Chef. Pampered Chef has a brand, right? Yeah. But brand is really how you stand out. Yes, Pampered Chef is your business. But what is your brand? What do you stand for? So if you know me and you think about Christina Maniscalco, what do you think my brand is? What is it? Just shout out some words or some ideas.
I think you're fun. You want to teach healthy, easy recipes. You're engaging, party. Okay. Like you're always on, like when you did your popsicles or whatever, you're like, all right, so this is what we're making here tonight. You're like, we're doing pina colada pops.
So I get passionate about pina colada pops, but I like fun. So Susan hit it on the head. Fun, exciting. I'm very passionate about what I do. I love cooking now. I love making healthy alternatives. I love helping people get into the kitchen. I may be going off a deep end, but I love Jesus. So there's all those things about my brand that kind of work together. Mm-hmm. So don't be scared when you think about your brand and what it may say about you. Because some of you may have heard this before, but like take my dog, for instance, and we have a tennis ball and we throw the tennis ball and the dog is like running after that tennis ball like nobody's business, gets the ball and brings it back. And then I do it again. And he's running, getting the ball, bringing it back, like super pumped every time I throw the ball, right? Well, the ball is your passion. Okay, so what makes you passionate enough to run after that ball if I throw it 400 times? That's what your brand is. So what do you get passionate about? What are you super pumped about? What is your tennis ball? So you have to pick your passion and then make your business all around that. Yes, Pampered Chef is still there. It's the backbone kind of your business, but it's all about your brand and how you convey that to the Facebook world, the social media world. It's how you stand out from everybody else, okay? So when you go live, why do people want to watch you? What do you stand for? So like, let's think about Chip and Joanna, right? Just those two names alone, you guys know exactly who I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Chip and Joanna, why are they so much better than everybody else in the DIY world? Anybody want to tell me?
They're real.
They're real. What else? I keep looking over there because I put you guys over there. I know you're like, why is she looking over there? Because I put you over there so I can read my notes. They're real. So they have a whole family, right? They're DIY. They've built their brand on their personal personalities, right? They're fun. They're relatable. They have almost five kids, and it's like crazy.
I like how they go back and forth about each other, like, you know,
yeah, they're real, right? Mm-hmm. So that's their brand. They're just real. They
down to earth.
They're down to earth. Yes. So all of those things. So that is what people want to be a part of. That people want to feel like they know them, right? So they watch the show. They maybe go to a book signing or wherever they're at. They were on the Today Show or something this morning. I was watching them. They're on some show. And I was like, oh, I just love them. Like, they're so much fun. So you have to start with your passion, okay? So to build a big Facebook following or whatever you want to call it, you really have to start with your passion. And what's your passion and what's your brand? So is it that you love to live a healthy lifestyle and you like to make quick, fast meals? Maybe you love to do food on a budget. Maybe, maybe it's faith and family around the dinner table. When you do the Facebook Live, maybe they have a glimpse into your life. So you have to think about what gets you pumped about your business and then like what you stand for. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So there's no right time to start with Facebook Live. Okay. It's not tomorrow at noon. It's right now. It doesn't matter what your hair looks like. It doesn't matter what if you're wearing makeup or not. It doesn't matter if you're in your pajamas. It's whatever that passion and your brand, when it shines through, the rest will not even matter. You're going to be relatable. You're going to be excited. You're going to be passionate. I'm going to use that word a lot because it's just what it is. Facebook Live, it gives people a glimpse into your life. So what is it that you want them to see? So before Facebook is when I started, we didn't even have Facebook when I started, but I would get super pumped and passionate about just a rock crock. Well, the rock crock wasn't out yet. Let's say the manual food processor at a party. So, I was having fun using the manual food processor, and people wanted the manual food processor because I made it look super fun and easy, right? Just like how you talk about your favorite product at a party, people will want in on whatever you get excited about. So think about enthusiasm. If you're having a bad day, fake it till you make it. Because what comes across is what they're going to see and what they're going to take in. So you have to start somewhere, okay? Has everybody done a Facebook Live before? I see a lot of faces. No, yes. Okay.
No.
I will tell you that a Facebook Live is viewed like, I want to say 400 times more or something than a picture. And then it just goes down from there. So a post without a picture is like never viewed. And
Yes.
a picture is great, but a Facebook Live video, even better. And I have a husband that doesn't like to do Facebook Live, so I put it when he's out of town. So if that's the issue in your house, just do it when they're in the other room watching TV or whatever. Maybe they're not home, they're at work, something like that. So one quick tip that I will tell you is when you go live, one of the first things you want to do is tell your friends as soon as you go live to share the video, because as soon as they share it, they're going to share it onto their wall, and that means that all their friends are going to see it, and you're just going to have even more new followers. Okay, that's going to help kind of expand your contacts, I guess you could say. But I will go back to, there's no right time. You have to start somewhere, whether it's just showing off a quick salsa in the manual food processor or going live while you're making dinner. Just do it. Okay, people love to see that kind of stuff. So, okay, so promoting your broadcast before you broadcast. So what you want to do is maybe, this does help. It helps if you have a plan. So if you're planning to go live, maybe tonight at 7 o'clock, in the morning, or maybe even like around 5 o'clock, you can post something. Hey guys, I'm going to be live. Maybe it's a picture or something. I'm going to be live at 7 p.m. tonight. Make sure you tune in. I'm going to make the chicken chipotle nacho dip or whatever it is that you're going to make. So it will improve your audience. I love to go live on my main wall. Some people only go live in their VIP group. I don't like to do that because it's kind of contained. So if you go live on your main wall, you could share to your page, you could share to your VIP group. People can share it from there to their pages, things like that. Are we good? Do we have any questions so far? Is this good? Is this what you guys needed?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, let me see what I wrote here. While most of the content we post is followed up with consistent promotion, it's important to remember live videos are more like an event than a blog post. So in other words, you need to generate interest before the experience if you want to get that all-important viewership. The good news is Facebook lets you target certain events and groups with your promotions. So if you didn't know, when you go live, you can actually select different groups to see that live video. It's like a whole nother training.
Really?
But, yeah, it's pretty cool. You can kind of single out different groups. Especially if you go live on your page, you can target different audiences, like 30-year-olds or 30-year-old females, or 40 to 50-year-olds, businessmen, stay-at-home moms, because all those things are asked. Facebook asks all those questions when you join.
Yeah.
You can target those people, so it's pretty cool.
I'm sorry, I missed what you just said. When you join the Facebook, or I missed that part. Joining what?
When you join Facebook, like when you first join Facebook, they ask you a bunch of different questions. And that's how pretty much people can target their audience.
Okay, thanks. Sorry about that. My hamburger came in the door. I haven't eaten yet.
Okay, so the next tip is prepare yourself by limiting distractions. So I have like a whole paragraph on this, but pretty much what that means is you want to make sure you're in a well-lit place. There's not a whole heck of a lot of background noise. My dogs drive me nuts. I try to put them in the garage when I go live so they're not barking. If you have small children, make sure they're being contained in another room. If you're cooking with your kid, totally fine. But if they're just going to be a distraction in the back, you don't want that. Just like normal, you don't want distractions. Sometimes when you're doing a training and you're like doing this in your chair, that's a distraction. So just think about all those little things. Like if they could see the top of your fridge and there's a ton of stuff on there, people like, not me, people will just constantly look at your fridge. I mean,
I'm so glad you said that. I turn my camera on first and look at what can they see before you actually go live.
Take a selfie before you go live and see what's in the background, because that is what people are so squirrel, it's not even funny. They will not even be paying attention. They're gonna be looking at your dog walking by, which I'm guilty of because my dogs do walk by, but it's not like super distracting, but things like that. And then also know that your video is going to play over and over when people share it. So just keep that in mind.
Yes, yeah.
Also be prepared with like a tripod. I have this one my friend gave me. She used to sell LuLaRoe, and she gave it to me, and it just holds your cell phone. You don't want to hold your camera because you'll have the shaky hand syndrome, and that's another distraction. So if you're doing a cooking video, you really want to make sure it's still. There's all different kinds of phone tripods and things like that. Just go to Best Buy or Amazon. You can find them all there. All right. Also, be sure your internet connection, this is a big one. Make sure your internet connection is very strong. If you have a weak broadband connection or internet connection, it will come out fuzzy, and I'm totally at fault of this too, because sometimes I live in a really old house built in 1938, so the walls are very thick, and then I have a military base on the other side of the water, so they're constantly messing with my internet signal. So we have these boosters all over my house to help with internet, but still sometimes it totally messes it up. But make sure you have a pretty steady internet connection, and it's just the bars on your phone. Just make sure they're at least a 2 or 3. And you shouldn't get any distractions. One other thing is you can put your phone on Do Not Disturb, and that's just like the airplane mode. So you can put it in airplane mode.
That will work will that stop people from calling in?
Yeah.
Like I've been in the middle of Facebook Live and then my phone rings.
Yeah, you can do airplane mode, and that'll cut off pretty much anything coming in, or you can do Not Disturb, which is like the little moon. There is a difference between the two, but I normally just do Not Disturb, and then your phone won't ring, text won't ring, things like that. They still will pop up, but it won't ring. But if you do the airplane mode, it shuts everything off, and your phone is just connected to your internet. Okay,
so even with airplane mode, you're on Wi-Fi?
Yeah, so you can so think about like when you're on the airplane, you're in airplane mode, but you could still hook up to their internet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So
That's
helps
great to know.
all of those things like running in the background too, because that takes up a lot of your internet too. Okay?
That's brilliant.
Yeah. Okay. So offer context constantly. So this is a really good one. So you might naturally assume it's a good idea to introduce yourself at the beginning of your live broadcast, right? But after all, this is not like a regular post. This is an actual like video that you want people to stick around and watch. So people can come in at any time. So sometimes like maybe if you see a bunch of people coming in and joining at the same time, you could say something like, hey, if you're just joining us, welcome to our cooking show live, whatever. Oh my gosh, I haven't used that word in forever. We're currently talking about making Chipotle chicken nacho dip. So we've already covered how to grill the chicken, but now we're, and just kind of bring them up to speed. The worst thing ever is somebody asking like, what are you making? What are you making? And, just tell them. Always be responsive. So the live comments and interactions are part of what makes the experience so engaging to your customers. So when it feels more like a two-way conversation, and when you're responding directly to their questions as they're coming in, that's important. That's why Facebook Live drives comments 10 times the rate as a non-live video. So think about that. As people are coming in, maybe you're asking them, you guys tell me what you had for dinner tonight. Oh, I had turkey. No, nobody had turkey. I had meatloaf. I had chicken. I had pork chops. Oh my gosh, what did you serve with your pork chops, Jenny? What did you eat with your chicken, Lucille? You have to kind of bring them into the conversation, make them feel important, and make them feel like they're part of the video. that's going to keep them coming back, and that's going to keep them excited and really engaged. All right, so always be responsive. So just always talking back to them when they ask questions or if they answer your question. Okay, so this one's funny, but make sure you're likable. Okay, so it doesn't mean you have to be this huge personality, bubbly, excited, whatever, but you have to kind of be excited a little bit, just a tad. So you don't want to get on there and have like a monotone voice and say the same thing over and over and be like super boring. And like nobody wants to hear that. So you have to kind of get excited. So it goes back to your brand. What's your brand? What are you excited about? What's your passion? So you really want to keep that in mind. You really want to give them like useful tips, help engage their attention. Maybe you're using, let's say, the manual food processor and you're pumping it up and it's super fun and you're making salsa. You know, you have to make sure that you're liking what you're doing too. So if you're making salsa, well, I can't wait to eat it. I'm so excited. Like, let me get the chips out and start eating some of it and make sure it's good. You know, like you have to kind of get excited about what you're doing. Give your viewers a shout out. So Facebook Live videos are instantly archived after they're finished. So that means that you can always call attention back to them if you want them to share additional value with your audience. So you can always tell them to share your video and then their people are going to start commenting on it. So you can always go back and like comment and say, oh my gosh, I love that chicken too, or it'll really help boost your viewership among people who didn't join you the first live go around. So that's why it's really important to share, because it's going to get to so many people. And then you can also try sharing like maybe a little thank you post underneath, like thanks for joining us or something like that. So people know you're a real person and you really care about what they say and what they think. You can also ask for new questions and comments to help generate additional engagement. So maybe like post some kind of like, what did you eat for dinner tonight? Like a post in the actual like thread. So they're still kind of engaging and it will keep moving further and further.
So like that's after you've gone Facebook Live and you go back into the thread and then you post something about that afterwards.
Yeah, like whenever I make something, it's normally not the final product. So what I try to do is I take a picture of the final product and I put that in there.
Yeah, me too.
And that brings them back, you know? Yeah. Okay, so be personable, if that's even a word, and real. Be real. So like I said earlier, it doesn't matter what your hair looks like. It doesn't matter if you have makeup on. It doesn't matter. I mean, look presentable, but like I look like a hot mess. Sometimes I just roll out of bed and it's funny. But I mean, that's what people love, real stuff. Like sometimes I'll drop the onion on the floor and I'll throw it in the sink because I can't use it now. Or maybe I forgot to add the chicken to the chicken chipotle nacho dip. Or, you know, like just roll with it because it's fun. It's real. People love real. They don't want staged. They don't want it to look like Emerald's Kitchen. They just want real cooking. People have to relate and that will keep them coming back. So start by relaxing and don't forget to smile. Make sure yourself comfortable with the audience that will follow. You don't need to give people a 60 minutes level production, but you do need to give them a reason to like you. So you can totally mess up. It's the best. And don't get flustered. Just keep going. People really will relate to you if you are real. Introduce yourself and Pampered Chef and tell the audience what you plan to cover in the first 10 seconds of your video. Because remember, they're going to do a replay. And when they replay the first 10 seconds, you want to tell them who you are, what you're doing, and what you're making or what you're going to talk about, because that will keep them engaged to listen further. If you wait 10 seconds or 20 seconds for people to join, that is just wasted time and people are going to move on. Start as soon as that thing goes live. Hey, I'm Christina with Pampered Chef. I'm so excited tonight because we're going to make Chipotle chicken nacho dip. I haven't made that recipe in forever, by the way. I don't know why I keep talking about it. And, you know, oh my gosh, I can't wait to start. So what'd you guys have for dinner tonight? You know, something like that. Yeah, so unlike pre-recorded YouTube videos, viewers will have no idea the time of commitment involved, so help manage their expectations. Encourage comments and other feedback. I already said that. You'll be able to see many viewers you have at any time. So, yeah, that's that. Okay, any questions? Yay, I covered a lot.
You did great.
Thank you. And my action step was going to be build your brand. I know it may take a day, it may take 3 weeks, but what gets you super pumped? What are you excited about in life? You know, this is bigger than just Pampered Chef. So there's 41,000 or something like that consultants with Pampered Chef in the US. So how are you going to stand apart from all the other people? So you really got to think about that. And then, you know, so what does your blueprint of your brand look like? And how is that going to help you kind of get to the next level of what you want to achieve? So that's your action step. And to go live if you haven't already.
That's right.
Yeah.
I had a question. When you are engaging the customers, do you just get close enough to your phone to see who's on? Do you use your computer? I saw your tripod uses your phone with a selfie stick, which is what I use too when I go live.
Yeah.
But so do you just get close enough to see who's on?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just use it like that.
Yep. And then I just get close enough to do it. Yep. I agree.
Oh, and some people have been asking me about how to get that that
wide angle lens.
Well, there's that, and I have one, but it covers my speaker on the iPhone 10,
Okay.
so I can't use it. But no, people have been asking me about how to get that Pampered Chef.
Pampered Chef.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's show you. I think I can share to my phone.
Oh, that would be great, because I tried following your instructions for that, and I couldn't get it to work.
Yeah, I don't know why. Okay, this is going to be so fun. I did this the other day for my team. Did you know that on Zoom you can go live and show your phone screen?
No, did not know that.
We're about to do it.
So I just plug my phone into my computer on a cable, huh?
Mm-hmm. And then it gives you the option.
Oh, wow.
I love technology. Awesome.
Wow. Isn't it fun? Here we are. So there's my phone.
Awesome.
Okay. Oh, no, that's not it. Okay, here we go. So if I'm going to go live, geez Louise, when you hook up your phone, everything goes to, so, okay, you want a snappy title too. Obviously, this is just for play. So if you go to here and go to live, see this little thing down here?
Oh, download
This.
little pictures. Oh, there's your finger. Okay.
Get out of here. Stop singing. Okay, so you hit live.
Yep.
Hit this right here.
Yep,
Oh,
the wand. Yep.
Yeah, so if you hit that, if you scroll over, oh my God, this is hilarious. Shut up.
That's hilarious.
Okay, so if you scroll over,
Yeah, I scrolled and I didn't find any logo.
there's that one.
Oh, but
Oh, where did you get that?
It was on there.
Oh, it's already on our phone?
Yeah.
it must have somehow saved it, because it wasn't on my phone.
I didn't do anything. I swear.
Huh.
There's a bunch of them. There's that one, so it's right there.
But see, what we see is nothing there, but it's like a blank.
Oh, yeah, it's there. Look, watch.
Okay. Line.
See it kind of small right there?
Like I can see it at the top of your phone screen, but I can see the actual.
I can see on yours, but where did you get it?
But she's showing it. See the guy with the glasses, the two guys with the glasses. We can see the images on either side of that, but we can't see the one in the center. Interesting.
Yeah, you can't see it, but it's
But
and
it's
there's
there.
three of
Okay.
them, yeah. So then you click this wand, right?
Yep.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Stop talking. Stop. Oh my God. That's gonna drive me crazy.
Okay, so I got the wand.
There's that one. And I guess Wendy Ben created that one, because see her name pops up. And then there's this one by Wendy
Like
Emerson.
Wendy K. Emerson.
Yeah, then there's this one by Terry Palette. Do you guys have these?
No.
No. I wonder how you got them.
There's this one.
I haven't found it yet.
No, I don't have it in my scroll at all.
So I wonder if we have to be connected with those people.
Oh, maybe.
Now, does Wendy K, did she do some YouTube videos? Are you like Facebook friends with her?
Wendy, Deanna Bailey. I don't know if I know. Vanessa Gay. I don't even know who that is. And that's Deanna. Wait, who's that? Oh, those are both Deanna. But there is a way that you can create your own. So if you click on the, I haven't had to do it because they're all out there already. But oh, what about that? No, that's not it. Yeah, well, I saw there was when I Googled like how to add a Facebook.
Oh, how about the plus sign? When you were back there, there was a plus. Yeah, Facebook Live. And then see the plus next to where it says start live video? The little down arrow?
Yeah,
That's add a donate button or turn
that's
notifications.
these things.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, like I think these people all created these. Oh.
All right, so you Googled how to create a, what do they call it, filter?
Yeah, there was a I saw some kind of post about how to do it. I think it was, I don't remember where it was, but yeah, I think if you Google how to create a Facebook filter, Facebook Live filter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, custom profile frames. That would be this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Custom profile frames.
Yeah, so there's a simple online tool. Yeah, so you should be able to do it.
Okay, great.
Okay, great.
Yay.
We'll work on that. Awesome. Does anybody else have any questions for Christina before we go? Any questions about going live or about branding?
Are they helpful?
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
Did I
yeah.
inspire anybody to go live for the first time?
Danielle? Danielle's
Oh my goodness, I'm like eating my food finally. I have my food and my wine.
You ready to go live?
I don't think so.
You could open a bottle
Go
of wine with
for
a
it.
wine bottle opener.
That's right. So going live, girls, doesn't have to be anything super long or scary. I was sitting at my computer. You guys can go live from your computer as well as your phone. And I was sitting down. I was ready to do a training, and I had my orange and I had a citrus peeler. And I thought, oh, I bet you there's people that want to know. And I just went live, and I went, hey, for those of you, this is $1.25, and this is how it works. And you go like this. And I had so many comments on $1.25 citrus peeler. And I also ran into somebody at a funeral recently, and he said, you know, I got to tell you, I watch all your Facebook Lives. I don't post, I don't say anything, but I watch you all the time, and I get a hoot out of watching. So you don't know who's watching, you guys. So just go live. Even if it's just, you don't have to do a whole menu. Like you can just say, you know, here, I wanted to show you the food chopper. I'm making, you know, blah, blah, blah tonight. And I started chopping carrots, and I thought, gosh, maybe some of you guys don't know how to disassemble the parts or something like that. And just show a little thing and talk about replacement parts. Did you guys know that you could buy replacement parts for these products? Like just little things like that are easy ways to start.
Yeah, and videos under like 5 minutes are really great because people will watch them. They'll engage and watch the whole thing. I could sit there for an hour and watch my LuLaRoe friends like show me clothes for an hour. I mean, I totally, like, I don't even know why. It's like a thing that I just I'm like, oh no, I don't want that. Go to the smalls. Like,
Yeah.
I'm always like, go to the smalls. But like, it's things like that. People just have their different things that they love, you know, and you just never know. Like the wine bottle opener, the electric one, when that came out, oh my gosh, there were so many videos of that thing and everybody loved it because it is so simple. So maybe just take your favorite product that you absolutely love and you can't live without and go live for just like 3 minutes and just say, hey guys, I wanted to share one of my favorite products. I wanted to see what your favorite product was. And, you know, tell them everything you love using it for. And maybe like if somebody, hey, who has this product? What do you use it for? Kind of like what we do at our shows. And same thing in a virtual party. You could do the same exact thing. Go live, share the host specials, share the guest specials, share a little bit about your story, share about your favorite product, and that could all be done in under 5 minutes. And now they have somebody that they can relate to, that they're like, oh, she's like a real person behind all these posts that are posting from wherever. You know, like you really want to creating that relationship. So, you know, it's funny when I go out and about, like when people see me and I have no idea who they are and they're like, oh, you're that pampered chef lady. And I'm like, okay, like my husband's like, this isn't creepy at all, you know, but like it doesn't happen all the time, like once or twice, but still it's like, oh my gosh, you know, they saw my video and they enjoyed it, you know, and then they start following you and you start just share food tips. You know, you can go out and Google food tips and I know Susan has a ton of food tips. I mean, so share food tips, and then you can always go live with somebody else too. You can bring another person on with you, and if you have your phone this way, your screen will split in half, and you'll be on one side, and the person that you want to bring live is on the other side. So that's another great fun tool.
That's cool. Oh, that's cool. Like when it pops up and it says invite them?
Yes.
Okay.
So let's say you're on like a virtual party and you want to invite your host. So have your host come live with you.
I got it.
You can do tell your host, okay, we're going to go live and you're going to share why you're doing this party, what you want to get out of it. And they can go live and share like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to get all the cookware, whatever. You know, so it's not just you trying to sell her friend stuff. It's them helping their friend get the cookware 60% off.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
And one more thing, you can download your video after you go live. At the top of the screen, there'll be a little
box with a down arrow.
Yes. Yeah. Before you save it, don't save it. Go to the little box right after you go live. Just hit finish and then go to the box and hit the down arrow. It will save it to your phone, into your videos on your phone. And if it's under 15 minutes, you can upload it to YouTube from your phone. Otherwise, you have to download it to your computer if it's over 15 minutes, and then you can upload it to your YouTube. But I've had, I think I've signed up 4 new people from YouTube just this year, from people that follow me on YouTube. I get orders, I've booked parties, like so many different things on YouTube. So definitely you want to be uploading, and even if you think it's the worst video ever, people will love it.
Yeah. Yes. And I got to tell you, your dogs walking in and out of the kitchen aren't a distraction. Like one of the things I want to say is like, that's part of who you are. Like I've got a golden. And so like sometimes my golden will come right into the kitchen and be like, hey, what are you cooking? Are you dropping anything? And
they just lay there. Everybody always tells me like they look like little rugs, like area rugs. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're just like, is she done yet?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
so it makes it a little bit more real.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Anybody have any questions before we sign off today?
No, still writing notes.